my video is going to be about how to save time while you're studying. So in this video, I'm going to give you 3 do's and 3 don'ts on how you can save time while you are studying. It seemed like my last video got some positive feedback, and I'm sorry that this one took so long, but as you can see, I'm in a different space. I am now moved into my college apartment, so it's been a little hectic. This is the 3 do's and 3 don'ts of time saving for studying. The number 1 mistake you could make is using crutches while you're studying. And this is kind of something that I made up, but I think that it could have a lot of implications in your studying. My definition of a crutch would be anything that you do that's sucking your time but not your brain energy. For example, for me, rewriting my notes is definitely a crutch because it's something that makes me feel good and like, oh, okay, I studied, I rewrote my notes for this week for this class. But really, did I retain any of that information? No, because I was listening to music and focusing on the music instead of what I was actually writing. Or like, I was just writing word for word instead of paraphrasing or putting into my own words and writing that down, or outlining my notes in another section. It's very easy to become brain numb while you're studying, and so you could go to the library and do tons of work but not actually retain any information, and I think awareness is key for that. Another example I think that happens a lot is writing flashcards. I am definitely guilty of this. Flashcards take forever to write and you waste so many materials doing that. If you like flashcards, just use Quizlet because it's probably much more efficient for your time. And if you like rewriting your notes, rewrite your notes in your own words, or if you wrote notes in your own words to begin with, summarize them, outline them, do something that you really have to think about the content, what's behind those words on the page, and then delve deeper into that. But yeah, definitely pay attention to your crutches and what crutch you use while you're studying, and then identify that and try and find another alternative that you can use that's really taking up your brain energy and not your time, because you could waste so much time studying and not get anything out of it, and you could study for a half hour and be totally prepared. The second don't, do not get distracted. There are tons of studies of if you check your phone once, then it'll take 10 to 15 minutes to get back on track to where you were before you checked your phone. It's not just your phone, there's other distractions also, obviously, but phones are a big distraction. I think you should know yourself and know what environment you get distracted in, and then intentionally place yourself in the right environment for you. For me, I can't really study if there's anything going on around me. A busy coffee shop is not the place for me, even though I like the environment of, oh, I went to a coffee shop and I studied, but really it's really distracting for me, everything that's going on and all of the socializing that's going on around me. Like going to the library is a great place for me to study because it's nice and quiet, or even better, if I know no one's in my dorm, then I just go there and I study, and I can be there for a long time and not get distracted. The one thing is that for me, my phone is a big distraction. I just need to turn my phone off. Tell whoever you're talking to that you're turning off your phone for a few hours. It feels so good to just not have to think about that. There are plenty of apps that are intended to help you stay focused during your studying, so I would use those. Even on your laptop, there are apps that block certain sites like Facebook or whatever website or app you want to block, you can. I can link a couple examples down below for you. Third, don't read. That might seem a little counterintuitive, but there is a good time to read and a bad time to read. And whenever you are very busy, usually you don't have to read everything. In college, there are tons of readings that are assigned. Honestly, it depends on the class and it depends on the assignment, but a lot of my classes, a lot of my business classes, all you need is a skim. If you read every single thing that they give you, you could easily stress yourself out and just take so much extra time just reading. Now, there are classes that you should actually read the material. And I mean, if it was up to me and if I had all the time in the world, I would love to just read straight through my material, and then I feel like I retain things a lot more if I can picture it in my head while I'm reading. But the art of skimming is so important in college. I cannot stress that enough. And there are specific tips for skimming that I can just go through right now. Keywords, bolded vocab words are really important. I just highlight the definition beside it. I highlight the topics, the main ideas, headings, subheadings. I highlight those. I read the first and last sentence of each paragraph and just skim those, and then you can get a good sense of the basic outline of the passage. Other than that, if there's a summary in the back of the chapter, that is a blessing. Take advantage of that, and I actually use that a lot whenever I'm studying for exams. Like, don't reread everything before your exam. Those are my 3 don'ts. Don't use crutches, don't get distracted, and don't read. My 3 do's are to find productive times, find your best ways to study, and keep notes with you. Those are my 3 do's. So the first one, find productive times. You need to find your productive time in the day. And this is like the time of day where you can get the most done and can strategize best, and with your specific task or with whatever you need to study for, how you can be most productive. For me, I am most productive either in the morning, like 8 to 9 o'clock, I am most productive, or late at night. Like right now it is 9:31 and I was motivated to make this video right now, so I think that shows me that I am a night owl. You can hear my voice, it's like getting tired already. I'm used to going to bed early for the summer. Anyway, the least productive time as a whole of like humanity is 2:55 p.m., which makes sense because that's nearing the end of the workday and you aren't really feeling motivated to do another task, which I can totally agree with. I don't feel very productive in the afternoons, it's just like kind of nap time. You need to find your most productive time. Maybe you do like doing things in the afternoons and getting things done. I find that I do certain tasks at a certain time of day. Like in the afternoon, I like to do mundane tasks that I'm used to doing because that doesn't really require a lot of motivation to do. And in the morning and evenings, I find the most motivation. That's where I usually like feel motivated to work out all of a sudden or get started on a big project that I've been putting off. So you just need to find what time is best for you, and Evernote has an app that really helps you with that, so I can link that as well. It's pretty much logging each hour how productive you were. I'm saying this is a time saver because if you have been trying to get all of your homework done right after class in the afternoon, that might not be best for you. Maybe it's better for you to take a break, go to the gym, or maybe do your hobbies or something in the afternoon, and then maybe after dinner do your homework and study. Or if you don't have classes in the early morning, wake up early and then get a lot of your big tasks done in the morning. And so when the afternoon comes and you aren't struggling to get things done, and you will take shorter time if you do it in the morning. My second do is to find the best way to study for you. I know my first video was about how your personality can affect your studying and the best studying tips for your personality. So this is a little different. I just mean just finding, just with you in general, what you prefer to do. I know there's a lot of learning tests like are you a visual learner? Are you kinesthetic learner? Do you like learning through music? Are you more logic-based learners? So there's tons of testing materials out there for you to gauge yourself on. I'm saying this would be a time saver because if you are trying to learn best by reading and highlighting, where you might learn best by making rhymes and making beats with them. Maybe you're a musical learner and you just don't know it. Or like kinesthetic, maybe you learn best reading through your notes while you are walking on the treadmill. I would suggest trying different things out. If you are happy where you're at and you feel really productive, then ignore my advice and just go for it. But maybe taking stock of what you think you could learn best for. And I think that's good for me because sometimes I need to try different things out instead of sticking with what I know best. The third do is to keep notes with you. And I don't mean literally wherever you go to keep your notebook with you, but there are a lot of downtimes that you may not realize you have where you just have a few minutes to spare. And especially during finals, I did this to consolidate my time because I I'm usually really busy during the school year, and even during the summer I'm really busy. I'm just busy. So what I like to do is I'll just carry my notebook for the class that I'm really trying to study hard for, and then if my class is starting late or if there's a downtime, I'll just take out my notebook and start just studying casually, and even that helps. I know there's research to back this up, where if you study in different places, that helps you retain the information quicker. So that could be a time saver for you. Just if there's 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, 5 minutes in another place in one day, that's already 15 minutes that you took studying, and with minimal effort. That'd be my third do for studying. So those were my 3 do's and 3 don'ts for studying time-saving techniques. If you have any other time-saving techniques, please comment below. If you have any other ideas that you want me to make videos of, I am very open. And yeah, I can get another video out to you guys if you're interested. Any ongoing learning advice at all, I'd be interested in doing more videos on. Thank you so much for watching, and I don't really know how to end this YouTube video. I wonder if the people above me can hear me talk to myself. Thank you for watching!